fast forwarding a little bit in time, you and the company decided to part separate ways, and you decided to sign with Ring of Honor back in 2010, I believe. So why do you decided that Ring of Honor on 2010 was the company for you?
So I ended up signing with them in 2011. I had
Oh,
taken almost a year off from wrestling for one particular company. I'd done some signings, but I hadn't chosen to settle down into one company. So I signed with them in 2011. And they had initially called me right after I was released, but I was burnt out on everything and I needed to like find myself again after WWE. So even though Ring of Honor called me within a couple months, I was like, I got to figure this out. So then I finally went back when Jim Cornette asked me to come in and work with Mike. And it all just kind of came together at the same time. And Jim Cornette didn't used to like me. I mean, I don't know if he does now. He's kind of one way or the other sometimes, but like, he didn't like me very much when I was a diva. And then I came to Ring of Honor and he loved working with me there.
I'll translate that. ¿Cómo llega Maria Kanellis a Ring of Honor? Pues toma caminos separados de WWE en el 2010. Toma un año completo sin haber firmado con una empresa y en el 2011 es que ella firma con Ring of Honor. Jim Cornette es quien la trae. Jim Cornette no le ha agradado a ella cuando ella era una diva, pero de momento amó trabajar con ella en el 2011 mientras estaba con Ring of Honor y ahí fue que entonces comenzó a trabajar con Mike, which leads me to my next question. What was the first thing that went through your mind once you saw Mike Bennett? Like, he's your husband today, but was it a first love side once you saw him, or it took some time?
So we met at an indie show, Hole in the. Well, you know what? I actually think that arena was a decent size, but Mike was eating old pizza, like it was cold and it just looked really. So first time I saw him, I was like, okay, but I thought he was really hot, so I was like, okay, I'll figure this out. But I was dating someone else, so I couldn't like. It was one of those things, oh, you're hot, but nothing can happen. Then a few months later, we both were out of relationships and single, and he called me, and our first date, he drove 9 hours to see me. And yeah, it was insane.
I'll translate that. ¿Cómo fue su primera impresión de ver a Mike Bennett en persona? Fue en un show indie y Mike estaba comiendo pizza fría. Una pizza que parecía vieja, como que, esa pizza está mala, pero eres un tipo que eres apuesto, eres un tipo guapo, eres un tipo bonito. Pero yo estoy en una relación, ella está en una relación, Mike también. Cuando ya de momento Mike termina su relación y María termina su relación, ahí es que entonces Mike hace la llamada, hace la primera movida, llama a María y guió 9 horas para poder verla por primera vez. Wow, that's commitment, like driving 9 hours to see someone. What can you recall from your early Ring of Honor days?
The freedom. I could do what I wanted. And I had never experienced that with WWE, the opportunity to just try new things. And Ring of Honor let me do that. They let me have a voice. I'd always been the ditzy interviewer, so it took a long time to change that opinion. But that everybody backstage was so welcoming and so much fun. And I just had the freedom to do what I wanted.
I'll translate that. ¿Qué recuerda María Kanellis de los primeros días en Ring of Honor? Simple, la libertad, el freedom. Ella no tuvo eso con WWE y entonces llegar allí y también tener la oportunidad de cambiar la imagen de la reportera que ella era en WWE, lo que querían hacer con ella. Tomó un poquito de tiempo, pero esa libertad de hacer lo que ella quería era simplemente increíble. Let's take a plane, fly around 10 to 12 hours, and now you're in New Japan Pro Wrestling. How did that opportunity happen, and what was the principal barrier for you the first time you arrived there?
So it came about because Carl was on a show, and Carl was on a show that we were doing this joint New Japan and Ring of Honor show. And Carl and Doc were performing on the show as well. And I just mentioned to Carl that Mike would love to work over there. And within a couple months, we were invited over there the first time. So I don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but it was literally like Mike had his match against Tanahashi, had that conversation with Carl, and then we ended up in New Japan. The most difficult part about being over there was finding food. As much as I love sushi, the sushi is different over there. And so finding food was the most difficult thing, but I loved it. I hope we get to go back. I want to bring the babies. And I want it to just be a really cool experience.
I'll translate that. ¿Cómo termina María Kanellis y Mike en New Japan Pro Wrestling? Sencillo, Carl es la persona que los lleva, Carl Anderson, llega a un show de Ring of Honor y es la persona que está allí. Mike tiene su lucha con Hiroshi Tanahashi. María dice, oye, a Mike le gustaría trabajar en New Japan Pro Wrestling, y en varios meses llegó a Japón. No sabe si fue coincidencia o no, pero llegan a Japón. ¿Qué fue la parte más difícil de adaptarse? Encontrar comida. Todo es distinto, la comida, the food, everything's different, y ahí entonces comienza, el sushi es distinto en Japón, la comida es distinta, y a ella sí le gustaría tener la oportunidad de regresar, pero esta vez con su bebé. Fast forwarding a little bit in time, you and Mike arrived to Impact Wrestling, where, in my opinion, so far, both of you have done the best work in your careers. Let's hope to see that improving Ring of Honor with the time. But so far, that was amazing. Everyone loved what everyone was seeing there. So how was your experience working for Impact?
It was great. I mean, again, the creative team was fantastic. David Lagana, Billy Corgan, and Dixie, willing to let us figure out our path as we go. It was great. And not only that, but I had wonderful women to work with, hungry women that wanted to like take on the world. Chelsea Green and Mia Yim, and with Allison Kay, and of course Gail, who is the foundation of that women's division. So I had a lot of incredible talent to work with, and with Allie as my assistant, oh my gosh, it was just, I literally was a person that was watching from the outside going, yay.
I'll translate that. ¿Cómo fue su experiencia en Impact Wrestling? ¿Le encantó el trabajo que hicieron? El equipo creativo compuesto por Dave Lagana y la misma Dixie Carter le daba la oportunidad de hacer lo que ellos querían hacer, de explorar lo que ellos querían explorar. Trabajar con personas como Chelsea Green, como Mia Yim, como Allison Kay, fueron oportunidades increíbles. Y entonces ella misma dice que estando a la parte de afuera con Ali como su asistente, estando a la parte de afuera, ella misma se emocionaba viendo lo que estaban haciendo. Era como que excelente, excelente, yay, como ella dice.